So I think Netflix just made a documentary on this, but apparently there was like a new age spiritual religion cult type thing that had all its members be the new age version. Back in the day, when you would recruit people, you tell them the world's ending. You got to come here for your spirituality. What do the new age people want out of life? Do they want fulfillment and spirituality? No, they want to go viral on TikTok. So this cult, allegedly or whatever, I don't know, can you get in trouble for saying that word? They had old TikTok dancer people, and then it was kind of half religion, half management company. And then apparently the girl's sister or whatever, there was like some big break in the case. Let me join the cult. Yeah, well, see, the thing is, Jaren, is you join and then you get all these collabs, you get all these money, you get all these brand deals. So it's like the modern age allure. I thought it was really interesting. I think there's a Netflix thing that's coming out or is out, but we can watch this.
Netflix has a new cult documentary coming out on my birthday, May 29th, about the TikTok dance cult 7M that also arguably launched my career here on TikTok.
Influencer Miranda went
launched her
viral
career.
after her family claimed she was part of a dance cult called 7M. Other friends and family of 7M dancers have told insiders similar stories.
So you guys weren't going to
7M,
tell me
terrible
that there was
name.
a cult on TikTok?
For the record.
Okay, not necessarily on TikTok, but Dancing for the Devil. I just watched episode 1 on Netflix, and I'm still dumbfounded that these cults are just dark holes within our society.
The creepiest TikTok cult has just been exposed, and loves, what I'm about to tell you will shock you to an extent that you won't believe. From allegedly lying to up-and-coming TikTokers, promising them a path to success and fame, to then manipulating them into joining a creepy church and forcing these TikTokers to slowly cut off all their family and friends, only to eventually turn around and basically extort and rob them out of every single dollar they ever made. The 7M management company is under serious scrutiny right now for all the shady things that they've been doing to its members after luring them through TikTok. Loves, join me as we uncover all the horrific allegations this alleged cult has been putting TikTokers through.
Okay, so how is nobody talking about this documentary that I watched last night called
Thanks,
Dancing
guys.
with the Devil on, not TikTok, on Netflix, but it's entailing TikTok and some really big content creators that are on this app.
So we have all heard of the numerous TikToks.
Why was she eating? Like, is that some kind of thing that I don't know?
That are on this app.
Like, couldn't she have just stopped eating to film
all
it?
heard of the numerous TikTok stories of people turning into overnight celebrities.
I should eat
this
with
has
the
happened
reacts.
to a lot of people too. Too many to even count. That has slowly become TikTok's reputation over the years. A place where you can go from getting 100 views to 1 million views in a few hours. However, it turns out this organization, 7M Management, allegedly saw this and has been secretly using TikTok to recruit young, ambitious creators and turning their lives into living nightmares. Now, in order to understand the seriousness of this whole situation, we have to go back a few years and meet Melanie and Miranda Wilking, two sisters from Michigan who love dancing. Melanie and Miranda had been
Well, this is
dancing
early
ever since they were
TikTok
little
2019.
kids. They even started a dance camp in their own backyard while they were still in elementary school. The sisters were so into dancing that their parents sent them to a performing arts high school so they could basically do what they loved. Melanie
This
and
is
Miranda
Vine?
were so close.
Well, this is
all their
2019
lives,
TikTok.
and might even be forgiven for assuming that they were twins. But Miranda is 2 years older than Melanie.
And then it goes, me pie. Are you listening? Me pie. Zoo, zoo, zoo. Zoo, zoo, zoo. And then I go, and then we slide out. And you do it quickly, and we do it together. And when you first start, you hit your right. You hit your right first. Do you understand? I hope you do, because we're going to keep doing it until you get it right.
Anyways, after graduation, Miranda moved to LA to pursue her passion and ended up landing a couple of background dancer gigs teaching at the International Dance Academy in Hollywood. Melanie couldn't wait to join her sister and ended up following Miranda to LA and had finished up her senior year through Zoom calls.
Is this good TikTok content? I mean, in this time period, those videos were hitting. And this was like the rise of Charlie D'Amelio. I feel like it's already been rise and fall. But she was blowing up on TikTok. She literally was just like a normal schoolgirl dancer, 15-year-old schoolgirl, post a few vids, goes to school, then 1 month later is like the most famous person. It's kind of crazy that it just from doing nothing as well, just dancing on TikTok, like the same kind of shit as this.
Endless Google Classroom sessions. Y'all now get how much these sisters love to dance? In LA, the sisters recorded and uploaded a ton of dance videos on all platforms, from Musical.ly and then TikTok.
Oh, I think Janice went and did a kickflip there. Janice sacked herself trying to kickflip at this lookout, I'm pretty sure. This one. I'm pretty sure that's where she went.
Basically any platform that they could showcase their talents, they used it. They ended up going to dance competitions, and together they taught hip hop and jazz lessons in dance studios all over LA.
The algorithm chooses who becomes famous. Well, yeah, TikTok changed all the other platforms too, so this is early.
In-person events like VidCon and the TikTok Gala.
Okay, Mel, repeat after me. Oh, green, green, yellow, yellow, orange, orange, blue, blue. What color is the grass? Green. Okay, repeat after me. Blue, blue, gray, gray, pink, pink, red, red. What color is the grass? Green. No.
What?
Now, of course, since
why wouldn't the grass be
green?
green?
In LA for a bit longer than her sister, she had gotten to know a couple of dancers and creators, and this was completely normal since they were all into dancing and music.
Hey everyone! So many of you have noticed that Miranda and I have not been in videos together lately, and I've been getting a lot of messages asking where she's at, what's going on, all of that.
I don't understand how this is good dancing. I mean, I thought it's just for young brain rot Gen Z. And they go, oh, pretty girl.
That Miranda has chosen to pursue some other opportunities at this time and just take a little break from the Wilking Sisters brand. I will still be here making videos. My goal is to always put a smile on your face. And you know, sometimes you just need a little change. And Miranda's still my best friend. I love her so much. I will always support her. And I just hope that I can have all of your support on this new journey. Love you guys. Mwah.
Wait, that was kind of a weird video.
One of the people Miranda had gotten to know was James Derrick, aka B-Dash. This was around April 2019. Now, James and Miranda did a couple of collabs together, but slowly over time they started getting closer and closer and eventually started going out. Now, here is arguably where things started going all wrong. You see, Miranda's boyfriend B-Dash had a videographer named Isaiah Shin. Isaiah and B-Dash were really close, and slowly
this is how you get introduced. Someone you know
to a religious group called Shekinah Church. Now, the Shekinah Church was founded by Isaiah's dad, Robert Shin, in 1994 after he
Wait, his dad? That was the son? Oh no.
From Canada. Fast forward to 2021, Robert Shin, the founder of Shekinah Church, decides to form a management company that signs TikTok dancers with growing follower counts with the promise of taking them to the next level. 7M Management has in the past claimed to have even grown its
Wait. Not this dude's filmer's dad, right? Not this dude.
influencers followings from 1.78 million to over 10 million followers through its stylish, high production.
I didn't get mugged. Nice to meet Kelly. Sounds very good.
Would give all of
successful
its
trip.
Access to film in posh places all over LA, and their view counts exploded.
Tea time with Ricky.
Promises of booking the right jobs and growing your following, it doesn't shock me that Miranda agreed to join 7M.
It actually just bums me the fuck out. That's what the cult is selling. Hey, you want to go viral and be rich and famous? That's so sad. That's so pathetic. Doc, yes.
And I have to say, it seems to have worked out because now Miranda has
dream.
over 1.6 million followers on IG alone. Y'all, the more time Miranda spent with 7M, the more her family started to notice that she was becoming withdrawn and distant. Around this time, Miranda's grandfather sadly
Isolate
passed
from
away,
the loved
and Melanie
ones.
and Miranda had planned to fly back home for his funeral. But 30 minutes before their flight, Miranda called her parents and said she wouldn't be going back home because she had COVID. However, her sister Melanie didn't buy this story because a month prior, Melanie and Miranda had COVID. When Melanie pressured her sister for the truth, Miranda admitted that she made up the whole COVID story and that she was sorry, but she couldn't explain herself to her family because they simply wouldn't understand. All of this caused a bit of drama between Miranda and her family, so much so that her parents flew out to LA just before the funeral to have a face-to-face with Miranda.
Melanie, stop FaceTiming me. No, I'm not in a cult. They only tell me what I can do, when I can do it, where I can go, and who I can talk to. I know Grandpa's funeral's tomorrow. I can't make it. I have TikToks to make.
You guys, when I tell you that this impromptu visit didn't go so well, I mean it. According to Miranda's parents, the Miranda that they saw that day wasn't the Miranda they knew. She was distant, defensive, and even got so angry that day that she stormed out, and that would be the last time any of her family saw or talked to Miranda for over a year. After that day, she allegedly cut off all ties with her family. She even blocked her grandmother when she tried reaching out. After that day, Miranda completely changed. She cut her hair, dyed it blonde. She switched up her entire style. Even her TikTok dances changed. She stopped posting trendy TikTok
how can you block the grandma?
More choreographed stuff like the one.
Don't go to the grandpa's funeral and blocking grandma. Does she even have a soul?
That she had changed her social media name from Miranda Wilking to Miranda Derrick. Turns out it was because she had gotten married to her boyfriend and fellow 7M dancer B-Dash, and she took his last name. What seemed to shock her family wasn't that she got married and didn't invite them, but rather that they didn't even know that she was engaged in the first place. Miranda eventually cut all forms of communication with her family. She moved, changed her phone number and her name. It was like they never existed to her. Now, of course, this change in Miranda caused her family to investigate what would make Miranda act like this, and every time they kept finding links back to the Shekinah church. It seemed like every aspect of Miranda's life had something to do with that church. Seemingly out of options, Melanie, together with her parents, turned to her Instagram.
No, this is just random TikTok dancer, but the cult is like a TikTok management company. And then she's kind of like the most notable person that sort of like blew it up or brought attention to it or whatever.
And ask for help. In a live that lasted over minutes, Melanie and her parents dropped some shocking news. Turns out Shekinah Church was controlling everything Miranda did. They even went as far as to tell Miranda to cut off her family. Suspicious, to say the least. Robert used to be a doctor in Canada, but apparently God spoke to him one day and asked him to move to California and become a preacher. This was back in the 90s. After moving to California, Robert legally changed his name from Robert Shin with one N to Robert Shin with two N's. Why he did that, nobody really knows, to be honest, but that is far from the weirdest thing Robert has done. While the Shekinah Church has kept a low profile since it was formed, a quick look at its public records show that the church is sketchy AF. In 2010, while under oath, meaning he was being forced to say the truth by law, Robert admitted that from 2000 to 2008, his church had a maximum of 70 people, and those 70 people donated over $4.7 million to the church. That's
from
not all.
70?
Robert encourages members
He's
of
got
his
the heavy
church
hitters
to not
in there.
only give money to the church, but to him personally, since he is the man of God. In some court documents, it is reported that in October of 2007 alone, Robert was given over $300K by members of his church. Now, technically speaking, the state of California suspended the Shekinah Church in 2007, but Robert didn't seem to care. He continued to operate the church, and
yeah,
when
how
he
can
was
you
asked,
suspend it, really?
He alleged that he wasn't aware that his church was suspended. In 2008, some members of the church rebelled against Robert and left the church, leaving Robert with about 35 members. And the number has stayed roughly about the same till
Wait, did she just say 2008?
Today, with about 35 members. And rebelled against Robert and left the church, leaving Robert with about 35 members of the church. He wasn't aware that his church was suspended. In 2008, some members of the
What? How did he get all this money then? That's not TikTok in 2008.
And left the church, leaving Robert.
Did she mean to say 2018?
And the number has stayed roughly about the same till today. And his church isn't easy to find as well. They basically have no internet presence, and the only record of their physical church is planning records that suggest they are going to build a church in a gated school somewhere in LA. While Robert Shane himself doesn't have any online presence, his lifestyle surely does. He reportedly lives in a $2.5 million mansion where the 7M
It's sad that in LA that's what a $2.4 million mansion is, just like almost kind of like a luxury normal-ish house.
He lives in a $2.5 million mansion where the 7M dancers occasionally shoot some of their videos and drives around in a luxurious Bentley SUV. Y'all, it doesn't stop there. Robert Shin reportedly has several companies in the entertainment industry, and it's all run by him and his family. Let's take 7M for example. His son Isaiah Shin, who introduces Miranda to the church, is the videographer responsible for most, if not all, content from 7M and its dancers. Robert's current wife, Hannah Shin, is the CFO of the
What's the age difference there?
Shekinah Church and is also responsible for managing most of the dancers signed to 7M. 7M's lawyer, Shirley Kim, is responsible for handling all of the legal issues of the Shekinah Church, and she also happens to be Robert Shin's ex-wife. Then there's Daniel Joseph, who reportedly directs and produces all of 7M's content and is also Shekinah's church secretary. Oh, and did I mention that he is married to Robert's daughter, Chloe, who just so happens to be a singer and songwriter and also responsible for all of the music 7M dancers use in their videos. Robert and his family control every aspect of the 7M and its members.
So Robert is apparently having a bit of a panic. One of his neighbors who lives on the same street as him reached out to me today to let me know that they saw a lot of cars parked out of the church property. The church actually is a school that's being used as a church, even though there's not really public services, and it has like this apartment that's a home. It has like 5 bedrooms, and apparently there's not a lot of cars usually parked there, and according to the neighbor, there's been a lot of activity there, including Robert's car, a white luxury car, we're still waiting on the kind, and Isaiah Shin's BMW was seen out there. And you know that the last time this went viral, Robert went a little bit bananas, and he put everyone in NDAs and basically told them if they didn't like it, they could leave. Well, it sounds like he could be doing some more strategy. And so just remember, everyone, just because you see them dancing and smiling doesn't mean there's all happiness. And just because they post photos with their families doesn't mean it's all good.
And guys, Miranda's family isn't the first ones to raise concern over Robert and the Shekinah Church. In 2009, a woman named Lydia unsuccessfully tried to sue
This kind of seems like such a close-knit operation, though. Like, it's all intertwined with their, like, family and friends, kind of.
Used coercion tactics and mind control to make her give them her email, passwords, and access her bank accounts, and in turn allegedly took millions from her that they used to finance their expensive lifestyle. That claim was reiterated in the Netflix documentary Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult, where former members of the 7M cult have come out and said that Robert would charge them insane fees and usually ended up taking close to 70% of the money that they made. On top of that, countless former members recalled how they were basically forced to abandon their family and focus only on 7M and the Shekinah Church. Allegedly, Robert has tweaked his cult's behavior.
How is this guy like schmoozing them? Like, I find it so hard to believe. Like, what is this guy doing to control 70% of their income? He just goes, oh yeah, come to our school parking lot and we'll do religious service. How?
So it can prey on innocent creators and influencers on TikTok. However, Miranda still doesn't think that 7M is a cult. After the Netflix documentary went viral, she took to her IG to address everything, saying, Hey everyone, just want to hop on here and say that I have seen the documentary. Due to pending litigation in which I am a plaintiff in a defamation lawsuit, it is not appropriate for me to comment on specific allegations. I cannot speak for anyone else but myself. I love my mom, dad, and Melanie, and they will forever be a part of my life. The truth is, we just don't see eye to eye at this time. I believe that this documentary is a one-sided story. I gave my life to Jesus Christ in 2020 and asked my family for some space in the very beginning to collect my thoughts and process my new walk I wanted to take with God. I also told my sister that I wanted to continue our Wilking Sisters social media page. She logged me out of our account, and when I asked for access back, she denied my request. My family didn't honor the space I asked for, and I saw a different side of them I've never seen before. Honestly, it made me mad, frustrated, and annoyed that they were being overbearing and chaotic. I was at a place with my family where I felt like I was being harassed. My parents and sister are not religious. They immediately called me going to church twice a week a cult. I felt that if I went back to the funeral, they would try to keep me there and not let me come back to LA. So I told my family that I would not be going to Michigan and I wanted to move in and begin my life with James. To keep it simple, I did not want to be around them at that time because I felt threatened by them. I have been getting together with them over the past couple of years to make amends, move on, and work things out as a family. This documentary has created a further challenge between us, and as I work to overcome this public attack, no one wishes to be portrayed as they're brainwashed, not in control of her own life, a shell of herself, when that just isn't the truth. Now, this whole story has
But, like, who are the fans of her just gonna, like, stand by and just keep consuming this random dance brain rot? Maybe it is that service level that they just don't even care about the, like, scandal that's breaking or whatever. People aren't that smart to understand cultish things. First time chat, bang in first time chat. And they also say Ron. Look at LRH. I mean, the thing is though, is like Scientology has this big infrastructure behind it. Oh, look at all this money. Look at all these buildings. Look at all this stuff. Look at all this legitimacy. This is just one dude in the parking lot. Like how is one dude in the parking lot getting all these, like, I guess they got to be already successful by the time he's getting them in, because he's trying to steal their money, right? He's trying to take their money and influence from them to benefit him. So he must get people that are already successful. How is he finding these people that are already successful? Seems like a lot of work for him.
A lot of reactions from concerned people online who don't agree with Miranda's point of view. Just take a look at a couple of them. I watched this and it's so sad. I hope Robert Shin gets arrested and locked away one day. I hope Miranda returns to her true self one day and leaves this cult behind. The world isn't blind. We can see this cult church for what it is. It's a cult. The saddest thing about this is that the leader of the cult is becoming a millionaire at the expense of the dancers. He manipulates them with belief in God, and they are so blind that they believe he really cares about them. For the cult leader, they only represent a lot of money for his pockets, but as they say, there is no blinder than he who does not want to see. The saddest thing is seeing everything their families suffer when they see their children. It's that horrible situation. I hope Robert Shin gets arrested and locked away one day. The leader of the cult is a person who knows how to manipulate each of the members. The dancers work and only receive 20% of what they earn. The leader of the cult is a very intelligent man in an evil way. How many cults have come to light and people continue to believe in those persons who say they are God's chosen ones? It's sad to see the parents suffer from this whole situation, so I hope the trial of Robert Shin starts soon and they put him in jail forever.
Hello everyone.
Cults are more common than I think on a small scale like this. Yeah, but I guess like what I'm confused about this is his like prey is like already successful TikTokers. Whereas like I feel like aren't you meant to prey on the weak and vulnerable? Not the like successful TikTok? I mean I don't know. One thing I'll never understand is what in someone's life turned them down this route. As in the leader guy? Not the victims? Like yeah, what is the leader guy? Like he lived a normal life probably. Then one day, he just goes, fuck it. He goes, you know what? Fuck it. Scientology gets big actors like Tom Cruise. I mean, it doesn't really anymore, though. It had a couple, and they're fleeting.
Getting ready here for the day.
But yeah, I get what you're saying.
I am just overwhelmed with the love and support of the documentary. It's like crazy. I've loved reading all your messages and just thank you guys so much for reaching out. And I think my favorite messages have been parents that have reached out to me saying that they have teen.
I just mean like someone in general who's successful at TikTok is like getting brand deals and like making money and stuff. They're not kind of like down and out. Whereas like when Aaron joined, he was down and out. I guess that's what I was tripping on.
Or young adult children, and that they watch the documentary together and kind of sit down with their kids and gone through some of those red flags that you may see when it comes to high controlled environments, and just really educating their children on what to look out for, because this can happen to anybody. Of course, the goal of sharing our story and doing the documentary, or even just initially when we went live, is to get my sister out of this group. But aside from that,
look into it, Jaren. I mean, it's here in LA.
This group so that
join.
This can't happen to more people.
What do y'all think about this horrific story, and what do you think should be done? Let me know your comments below, and don't forget to check out my previous videos to ensure you're up to date with all the latest tea. Till next time, bye loves!
Bye love! Yeah, that was pretty interesting. That was a nice video. Anna Op. Nicely made video. I don't know, was this too intense? I feel like I don't have as much commentary to offer on this kind of random stuff. Whereas like skating, I have so much more. But I feel like this I'm more just quietly observing. Does it make sense to join these things no matter what? I was just kidding for the record, like, don't join. Or at least if you do join, do it ironically.